My dear Amma, I returned from Badri after a 51-day bhajan and reached the ashrama yesterday. Let me repeatedly say that I could return without any mishap or illness, thanks to the blessings of all of you. I will send the prasadam soon. I hope you are all continuing with the Panchakshari Japa without a break. Om Namah Shivaya. The birthday of my Guru Sri Swami Shivananda Saraswati falls on this September 8th. I hope to receive Ashrama Siddhi on that day. After that, I have a wish to go to the banks of the Yamuna and do solitary japa for a full month. He then goes on to describe his desire for a Padayatra to various holy shrines across 3,000 miles spanning 3 years. He writes, "It is my belief that after this, the corruptive elements like attachment, competitiveness, egoism, boasting, etc. will be no longer present in me. It is these corruptive elements of the Rajoguna that worry me right now. All is possible with Paramashiva's grace. Prostrating in respect and love, I seek your blessings, your own Balan." How comforting and how soothing it is to know that those corruptive elements, those human frailties, can exist even in one who is at the doorstep of sainthood. As we've all seen thus far, the Char Dham Yatra, especially the 40 days of tapas at Badri, was the tipping point in Balan's decision to take up sannyasa. When he arrived at Anandakutir in late August, Swami Shivananda seemed to know this as well. He insisted that Balan obtain permission from his father. For you see, a Hindu son is responsible for the welfare of his parents. He is both their social security and health insurance. This responsibility cannot be foregone unless there is another son in the house capable of taking on this duty, or if the parents are self-sufficient. Both were true in the case of Balan. Nevertheless, Swami Shivananda said, permission had to be obtained. It had been over 10 years since Balan communicated with his father. Their relationship was strained, and now the son had a lot of explaining to do. And he did. Balan wrote a 8-page letter with the relevant events of these 10 years, his college life, his political involvement, imprisonment, his works as a journalist, and then he described his inner feelings and how they have changed. His detest for a life that is lived only to eat, sleep, and breed, as he put it. He wrote about his visit to Rishikesh and the influence that Swami Shivananda had on him, and finally, his desire to become a sannyasi. The elder Menon was naturally shocked. He couldn't believe it. Remember, this was his son, who had openly criticized religion, who had for the most part failed in his education, whose only concern seemed to be the acquisition of the finest things that money could buy. How could he even consider becoming a sannyasi? Also, just like every Hindu father, he wished for his son to live the life of a grihastha, a householder, have a great career and a family. Other family members were taken aback too, but not Kochu Amma, Balan's mother. She instantly made it clear that she approved of his decision happily. The prophetic words of Chattambi Swamigal now began to ring true. In the end, Balan's father revealed his decision to the family, saying, "This boy always does exactly what he wants. It is useless for me to try and stand in his way." He sent off his letter of permission to Balan and Swami Shivananda. The letter was just 5 lines. "I wonder whether you can live the life of a sannyasi. You must have met a great saint to have been influenced so greatly. If this Swamiji makes you a sannyasi and you succeed in that calling, no one will be happier than myself." And he ended the letter with his blessings. Balan then broached the topic with Swami Tapovan Maharaj, who wrote back quickly, and that letter reads, "Received your letter. Getting ready for the acceptance of sannyasa is new information. The immediate thought was, what is the objection now in continuing in this form itself for some period, associating with saints, and if it felt good, then the change of dress can come after some time. What more is there to write about? This much has been written only because from the day of meeting you, some special affection found place in the mind." He ends the letter with some poignant advice that we could all benefit from. "In all conditions, however difficult and tiresome, keep the mind joyous without getting into worries. With proper thinking, perform whatever is to be done without excitement. Wishing you all types of victories, Swami Tapovanam." Looking back, it is fascinating that just a year ago, Balan had come to Rishikesh as a journalist to expose the bluff of the Swamis. A rapid succession of transformations took place in him. He has tasted by now the bliss of enlightenment. He knows that there is no choice now but to go all the way for that ultimate touchdown. Sannyasa is the next logical step.
Hari Om Namaskar. We are sure you liked the video. For more such amazing videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon.